Good morning, you join me here at Crete Lakes over in France. Came over for a long weekend, well 3 nights with my match partner Ryan Need. Got down yesterday about midday. On the way down we was thinking about turning around and going home. The weather conditions were absolutely awful. Temperatures are -2, snow, even had a lorry jackknifing it at the central reservation. But we got to the lake, raining yesterday, sleet, snow. So we got the houses up, found 3 spots and got the rods out. Not too much bait, just a little bit. And early this morning we started getting liners and it's led to a few fish. Right, this one's 33 pound. The others are a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do now is put this one back and get the others out to show you. Right, this is the second one. 44 pound an ounces. Taking on the new Link Cork Dust Wafters. I'll talk about bait presentation a little bit later because I want to get this one back because I've got one just a little bit bigger down in the cells. Here she is, absolute beast. 55.5 pound. Conditions are tough. It's absolutely freezing. It's been snowing, but believe it or not, Ryan's only gone to upstage me. He's got an absolute unit down there. So I'm going to put this one back and I'm going to give him a hand to get that one out.
Well, I was just about to show you a bigger net I had amongst the others that I've caught. This one feels half decent, so what I'm going to try and do is concentrate on this and get back to you in a minute. Get in, get in! Yes! Right, we was just about to get the big boy out to show you that one. And then we had to stop that because we had another one, which you shouldn't be playing. And then we've gone to deal them out, and then this one's gone off. Crazy carping. It feels a better fish as well, this one. Just heavy weight, look. Dugging about. I don't believe this. I've got snow hitting me in the face as I'm playing what feels like a really good fish. And the stamp that we're having at the moment, I think my last 4 bites have been over 50. So every chance this could be 50 pounder as well. I've even got ice forming in the rings of the rod. Mental, absolutely mental. Well, there we go. It's about 35, 37, something like that. Another one to the list. Right, this is the fish that you just see me playing. I said it was going to be around 37 pound. It's 39.5. Well, we'll get this back and hopefully get the other 2 out that I've been trying to show you for the last couple of hours. Right, here's that fish that you seen me playing earlier on that interrupted me showing you that big girl. This one was just under 50. It's crazy really. I mean, look at the weather, it's just crazy. So let's get this one back and we'll get the big girl out. Right, here's the big girl I've been promising you, all 60 pound and 8 ounces. When I got here, my fingers were dropping off, now my arms are going to drop off. You have to excuse me, it is quite big, and I have had quite a few fish, so. But yeah, proof's in the pudding. There she is. One last time. I've got to put her down, she's too big. Look at that, absolutely stunning. Just goes to show, coming to quality lakes like this and a good quality bait, put fish like this on the bank for you.
Right, I managed to winkle this one out last night, just over 41.5 pounds. The conditions last night were absolutely Baltic. The snow came in, the temperatures dropped to even colder than the first night. But like I say, I managed this one. Ryan's side of the swim low seems to be a bit more prolific than mine. He had a couple last night. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one back and give him a hand to get some photographs done of his fish.
Well, 58.5 this one. This was the biggest of few fish last night. With the conditions the way they are, I didn't think we'd be catching any more because it did go Baltic last night. And they're supposed to go worse tonight as well. So if we end up just catching what we've caught now, I'll be over the moon. But while you're on a good lake like this, there's always a chance of a bigger one.
So finally, we've got a bit of a lull in the action. It's still freezing, but I can now talk to you about the new cork dust wafters that we've been using so successfully. They come in 3 flavours. You've got the cell, the essential cell, and the new link, which we've been using. So they match the freezer baits perfectly. Right, they're dead easy to use. Just thread them onto your hair rig, just like so. I'm using 18 supernatural there because I'm fishing this inside a solid bag. If I was to use a lead clip system, I'd probably be using a coated hook braid just to stop any tangles when casting. Like I say, there it is. Super easy, but super effective. As the name suggests, these hook baits contain cork dust. That's to give them their buoyancy. Depending on the size of the hook you're using or the rig, it should balance it out perfectly. But if it's not, a good little tip is just to place a little bit of putty just close to the hook, just to balance that hook bait out. But before casting out any balanced hook bait, always test it in the margin just to make sure it's sitting perfectly. So that's it, that's the cork dust wafters. Super easy, super effective. I'm now going to put this one inside a solid bag and get the rod back out there and see if I can catch another one.
Well, as Wayne's already showed you our hook bait system with a solid bag, well, this is the mix that we're actually fishing over, a nice boiling mix of the new link. To start off, we crush some boilies up in the crusher. Then we added a bit of response pellet. Add some spod and PVA pellet. And then we just glaze that off with a little drizzle of the new link enhancement system, just to add a bit more flavour and scent in the water. And we've got loads of different little pieces in there, different sizes. They all break down at different rates, and the leakage comes off at different rates as well. So hopefully we'll top the swim up as we've been doing and get a few more fish tonight.
There you go, the solid bag that's been doing the damage this weekend for me and Ryan. Dead easy, super effective. A little bit of a link ground bait in the bottom, then lowered the rig in, a little bit of spod PVA pellet, just give it a little shake about, just move the lead, a little bit more pellet, and just lick the top off and tie it off, a bit of PVA tape, fold the corners, and that's ready to go. I'm going to get this one out now and hopefully try and nick one more fish before it's time to go home. Here we have it, a brace of fish from last night. This one being 57.5 pounds for me. My biggest one of the trip. How big's yours, Roy?
This one, fucking old ad. This one went 53.4. Biggest of 5 fish last night. We did have a few in the night, but it was too early to retain them, so we just slipped them back. But these conditions, just unreal. I mean, we was thinking about going home on the way down here because of the snow that we went through. But
yeah, it's a true credit to Crete Lakes and the new link bait from Mainline. Them two combined have given us an absolute fantastic session, haven't they?
yeah, unreal. What, we had 36 fish between us?
36 fish.
11 over 50.
And a 60 pounder to boot, so amazing session.